Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, got another headlamp to check out from the good folks over at Wurkkos. They were very nice to send this one out. This is the HD50 Wurkkos for workers. Now, as you can see there, it is a headlamp. You have the head strap right here. Fits in here like so. Now, I don't have it in there because, well, to be much easier to show you outside, it's much easier to not have it on the headlamp. For me, anyway. But it slides right in there. And supposedly it fits a number of different flashlights, not only Wurkkos. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of universal. So, also comes with a charging cable. It is USB-C chargeable right there. Now, it does come with a couple of extra battery, or not batteries, but O-rings. That's what I was trying to think of. But it is powered by a single replaceable 21700 battery, 5000 milliamp hour. So it's a good size battery. And we're definitely going to talk about that a little bit later as well, as to the other reason why I don't have it in the headlamp strap. But anodized aluminum, I mean, pretty much your standard flashlight construction going on. See, there's the battery. It says, hey, battery's over here. And then it says open and close. So that should be a pretty good hint too. But you've got 3 emitters. You've got a red emitter, spotlight, floodlight. So that's kind of cool. You've got 2 buttons. So it's fairly easy operation. You've got an on and off button, and you have a mode button right here. Now, the other thing about this is actually a magnetic side. So you can stick it if you want to, if you need an overhead light or something like that. It doesn't really, now if I go to the, let me go to the, it sticks pretty good. It still has a tendency to do just like it does on the knife. It kind of turns downward. So it's more of a overhead light than a forward facing light, if that makes any sense. It usually always turns down just because it's got a little bit of weight to it. But like I said, 2 modes of operation. You got an on-off switch right there. It says, look, it's green, it's working. Now, your mode switch switches in between low, medium, and high. We'll turn it off real quick. Press and hold, and you're going to get the moonlight mode. They call it eco mode, but eco, moonlight. Press and off, press back on, and it comes back on memory mode. It comes back on to the previous low, medium, or high, wherever you had it set. Double click, gets you turbo. There's even a turbo in this red. And I tell you what, this red is actually pretty impressive once you get it outside. So I don't think I've ever had a red light put out this many. I mean, here, let's just look at it real quick. Your red light in high is putting out 135, or in turbo, 135 lumens. To my recollection, I cannot remember having a red light put out that many lumens. But there you go, spotlight, floodlight, spot and flood, which that's kind of a cool mode. I still think spotlight's my favorite mode on this one. But spot and flood is how you're going to get to that maximum 4,000 lumens. So there you go. We'll turn it back on. We got it on in red. Push the mode button, and now you are over to spotlight mode. Again, press and hold to cycle through. Double click. Get your turbo. Click it back down. Memory mode. We'll go back down to low. Click the mode light again, and it will switch you to flood mode. All the modes are the same. Press and hold. Cycles through. Double click. Get turbo. Single click back down. Go to low, and then one more time, and you have spot and flood. Still the same. Press and hold. Cycle through. And boom, there's 4,000 lumens. Go back down to low. And then if you click it again, you just cycle right back through. So if you just want to cycle through the lights, red, spot, flood, spot and flood, back to red. And turn it off. Now, you do have a lockout mode. Press and hold both of these buttons. Your red light flashes. Now you can't turn it on. And if you try, it'll just blink at you and say, no dummy, you're locked out. Unlock it, same thing. Press and hold for 1 second, and there you go. You're back to have an operating light. So, some pretty cool features on it. Now, well, before I get into that, let's just do our spec check real quick. So, we're going to line it up here. So, overall, you're looking at about 3 3/8 total length. Width, it's a chunker. It's about 1.5 inches wide. And a weight. And this is where I was going to start talking about probably what I feel is the biggest detractor of this light for me. It's nearly 6 ounces. With that larger battery being able to give you all that power and all that light, well, you get the weight with it. And for me, it's just a little too heavy to have on my head. Something about half that, 4 ounces max for a headlamp for me is about right. Being nearly 6 ounces, there is a lot of weight, and that's kind of what I was showing you with this. Got to go this side. Is it does turn. Now, it doesn't slide. It'll stay put. It doesn't slide off, which is good. That weight doesn't pull it down, but it does keep, there it did, kind of. But if I put it over here on, yeah, it's not sliding. It's not sliding anywhere. Now, sometimes it'll spin down. There it did. Sometimes it won't. So it's kind of more, if you're going to use it in magnet, I found that if you're going to stick it to something, it's better off having it in the overhead than, a forward-facing light. If you really want the forward-facing light, well, it's pretty much the headband. And for me, that's just a little bit too heavy. I mean, the construction is great. You're getting a lot of lumens out of it. That's awesome. I like that. The red light is impressive. I mean, you're getting a lot of red light out of it. And, well, I tell you what. Let's go outside. Let's go outside, and we'll kind of take a peek on how it looks. All right, guys. We're outside with the HD50. We're on red light, as you can see, low, and we can actually see the ground fairly well in low. Gonna kick it up. Oh, that actually kicked it up pretty good. This red light actually shines out really fairly well. Now we're gonna kick it up to high, and it, I'm fairly impressed with how much red light this is putting out. And then, of course, there's turbo in red. That's pretty crazy. It's putting out a lot of light. I don't think I've seen a red light put out this much, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, so we'll go back to low. Now we'll hit the mode. Okay, now we're on spotlight. I'm going to do this. There we go. There's low. There's low on your spotlight. And it shines out for a ways. We lose it out about 20-25 feet. Kick it up to medium. Not too bad. We can actually see the edge of the yard. Kick it up to high. Now, I mean, with that orange peel texture, we're getting quite a bit of flood, even in the spotlight mode. I mean, we've got our kind of, it's awfully wide defined hot spot, but that orange peel is giving us it's spreading out our hotspot. I guess that's the best way to put it. Now, there's turbo. That's putting out a decent, there you go. I mean, you can see it's got a wider hotspot with the orange peel. Okay. There we go. Not too bad, putting out a good amount of light. So now we're gonna go kick it back down. That's flood, that's high in flood. Now, there you go. I mean, not quite as a defined beam. Obviously, it's supposed to be a floodlight, so it's giving you a little bit more flood, but that's high. Let's see here. Actually, that was medium, sorry. There is... Oops, I kicked it over. I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. That... Where are we at? There's low. Is that low? Sorry. Uh-oh. Now we've got... There we go. There we go. There's low in spotlight. Low in spotlight. That's medium in spotlight. Oh, it's kind of... Or in flood. Excuse me, I keep getting flood. Low or medium in flood. High in flood. There's turbo in flood. So definitely we don't have quite as defined beam, but like I said, it's a floodlight. So now there is spot and flood. Kick it down to low in the combo, spot and flood. Follow it out. Medium. High. And turbo. That's where you're hitting your 4,000 lumens. So that gives us, yeah, we get a little bit of a combination there. You can kind of see the hot spot in there. But I'm going to go back. There's red. Now there's the spotlight again. Yeah, I mean, it's got a fairly decent hot spot, but it's spread out. I think that's probably my favorite mode right there. You're not going to get the lumens out of it. You know, it doesn't hit 4,000 lumens, but not bad. Not bad at all. And no, we don't have any visitors tonight. All right, let's head back upstairs. All right, so what did you think? To me, the red light is pretty impressive. Like I said, I can't recollect having a flashlight that has a red light mode that has put out that many lumens. And well, I mean, in regular and high mode, you know, you're getting 75. Turbo, you're getting 135. It's putting out a lot of red light. In my experience, red light is meant for low light. So having that many lumens was kind of surprising, but could be useful. You do have, I forgot one thing to show you, is turn it on, triple click, and you do have an SOS mode, or a flashing mode for signaling. So that is another kind of plus to it, if you will. It's got a lot of options. It's got a lot of lumens. The patterns are good. You're getting a lot of light out of them. That orange peel really kind of gives you a good spread on that hot spot and a lot of flood. You know, a decent amount of flood too. Just as a headlamp though, yeah, it's just a little too heavy for me as a headlamp. So, might not be for you. That's something you may have to find out for yourself. But I will tell you that this guy has also got a great price. I mean, it's just under 40 bucks. It was like 39 and 74 or something like that. Just under $40. Plus, on Amazon, there is a 5% off promo code that's right there as you check out. So you just click that, it save a couple bucks on it. So, you know, as far as performance, price, and overall quality, that's there. The big thing for me is the weight in the headlamp. It's just a little too heavy. So that's my thoughts, guys. Thank you guys. Well, thanks to Wurkkos for sending it out to check out. Always appreciate it when they send stuff out to check out. And I got to thank you guys, too, for stopping by and checking it out with me. As always, guys, greatly appreciate you. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.